Well, after a wonderful week of hanging out at Catalina Island, it was time to sail the 6 hours back to the mainland. We were sad to leave. An interesting thing comes to mind, though. Because we're getting closer and closer to cutting the lines and sailing away, this adventure felt more like we were testing the boat to see if she was ready for us to leave on. Lots of new things on the punch list from this adventure, but for now, we need to get sailing back. Hey, you two buds. Okay, well, it's been a while since I did any videoing, so I'm going to start doing some more vids here and getting things kicked back in. Been really busy on some stuff. Okay, so the first thing in order today is in the aft head here. I reinstalled the holding tank and replumbed it, put some new piping on it and all. Got a new macerator. I'm going to put a button in here for the macerator. Things learned from our last trip to Catalina, which was about a week and a half ago. Well, let's see. Let me go through our list here. There's a bunch of stuff that needs to be done. Arrange charging cables. That's this little kind of cluster over here of where we keep our phone charged. I need to arrange that and fix that up, make it look nicer. The down windlass button quit working when we're at Catalina. I'm not sure exactly what happened. The bring the anchor up button and solenoid worked just fine. The down solenoid and button were just recently installed. They were working great, and then they just quit. I need to clean and lube the jib furler. The furling mechanism is a little sticky. Cockpit shower, we're going to install one of those. I need to remount the shore power switch in the hallway, and I need to remount this solar apparatus in the hallway and properly mount all the gauges that I have for that. Rewire the batteries, separate the house battery from the engine start battery. Right now they're kind of just a conglomerated mess. First Mate has all these wonderful projects she wants to work on, so I haven't gotten to the wiring yet. Install an anchor bail to keep the chain from slipping over the roller. A couple of safety harness pad eyes in the cockpit would be good. I need to run heavier wire over to the nav station. We found on our trip that the drawer refrigerator, although it worked really well, at night when the batteries would go down past a certain level, that guy wouldn't even come on. Now, the battery indicators showed that there was enough power to run at the batteries, enough power to run everything. Our refrigerator over here was working great. No problems with it. The voltage at the nav station drops. For some reason, it's probably about a volt to a volt and a half less than at the batteries. I've got to probably run some heavier gauge wire over to that. So I'm going to get that done. We found we had a little fresh water leak in one of the pipes. The pump would come on about once every 5 to 10 minutes for a second or so. And so I've tightened down one place I found leaking, and I think that's the only place. We've got a bunch of other things that just need to get done. We need to install new batteries. We've got 4 batteries. They're semi kind of old, they're a couple of years old, but I want to install 4 matching batteries and for the house bank, and then just keep one of these other batteries aside for an engine start battery. So we're going to do that. We'll probably do that at the same time as when I will completely separate and isolate the house bank from the engine start. Things we want to do. I need to connect the water maker. I need to get that all plumbed in. I would like to have additional diesel. There's a couple of places where we can put a tank, and I'm thinking about that. I'd like to have additional water. We got about 150 gallon capacity, but I'd like to have some more water. I'd like to have, we got 50 diesel, I'd like to have at least 100 diesel and maybe 250 on water. I found out that we are burning at 6 knots speed, 6/10 of a gallon of diesel an hour. That's not bad. That's really good. Really, really good. This Beta Marine, this Beta 60 it's a workhorse, and it does a great job. But yeah, 6/10 per hour. We could probably get that a bit lower if we slow down to 4.5, 5 knots. Anyway, so those are some of the things we're working on. Still have not finished the V-berth under over bunk. We've got the pieces cut, need to screw those down. First mate wants to start on the pantry, which is going to take up room in this head here. And I think I've shown you this before. By the way, we laid carpet down in here. First mate loves that. I think I've shown you this before, to where this head actually has 2 doors. This head has 2 doors because in some organs, this section back here was portioned off with a little piece of a wall. This door would open up to close just the back, the V-berth off. So we've got 2 doors here. Now our idea is that we want to section off from about here over and then put a wall up here and have this door be for a secondary pantry. A great big secondary pantry. And that should still give us the room we need in this head for showering and whatnot. We'll of course remount the shower spigot, which is up here. That would come out and be mounted on this this wall that would go here for the pantry. So that's what we're thinking about there. We obviously have canned goods, bunches of canned goods that we have canned in our canner, and we have more canned goods up under here. But these guys, you know, we want to be able to can stuff, so we need to have more storage for these to go in. Plus engine access, the front engine access is behind here. I want to be able to get to that without having to move stuff in case I have to. We've got a really good access to the engine. Between that front door and the door in the hallway here, I can literally climb completely in the engine room. I can climb up over the engine, sit on either side to do the oil changes and whatnot. This still has to be addressed. The nav station, I've got some plans for it, but I'm still kind of working with it mentally to try to figure out what I want to do. I'm going to build a fascia there, and the Simrad's going to be mounted in it. This guy's going up in the cockpit. It's going to be on the pedestal, and I want to have a place for my ham radio back here and get all that wired in properly. Anyway, oh, we bought a couple of these little walkie-talkies because when First Mate is on the bow and I'm at the helm behind the Dodger and she's dropping anchor or pulling it up and needs to give me instructions, she can hail me on this, and we got the earpieces with them. We got these off of Amazon, little 16 channel things, and they work really, really well. I think we paid like $25 for the 2 of them, so that was really, really nice. That is about it for this video. These are just things that I'm you know, we're planning on doing. These are things that need to get done. Probably only get a couple of things done today to this weekend. We have a wedding to go to tomorrow, so the weekend's kind of cut short. Today is Saturday, so we'll probably leave Sunday morning, go back to the office and get a couple of things done and get ready to go to the wedding. Anyway, so there you have it, guys. Stay tuned. Follow our blog, subscribe, like, follow our blog. Go follow us over on Patreon. You know, if you want to chip in, great. If not, we will be retiring and getting out of here. Our plan is June 2019, so within what, 9 months or so from now, something like that. So we will be leaving, and yeah, we'll be more reliant on other sources of income. So anyway, you guys take care, and we'll talk to you soon.